Hey guys, like a decade ago, I had my balls like cut off and everything, and I can't produce any more like testosterone and everything. Oh well, I found a amazing way to regrow the balls. Yes, I did. Okay, so let's actually be serious. Let's actually be serious. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have a really interesting and weird story for you here. Okay, so I don't know if it's from a certain supplement that I'm taking, which I'll show you here, or just the change in my estrogen, form that I'm taking. Like, if you're new here, I'm a transgender woman who had the balls cut off like a decade ago. Okay, and I've been on those estradiol pills pretty much the entire time. Okay, and they cause serious health issues for me, really, really bad. And actually, it was really interesting because I actually switched over to patches, and they actually are so much better. Even though I get a bit itchy, the itching has subsided a little bit, but it is certainly better. I'm still just using two and everything, but it like really improved my digestion. And it's really amazing because I actually saw a comment from someone on that video that I talked about the estradiol pills just destroying me, how it relaxes something in the like upper like esophagus area, and that causes like acid reflux, and it causes some issues with digestion and everything. It's like that. What, that makes absolutely a lot of sense. And I looked online, I found out information about that if you're taking estradiol pills. So I'm like, oh, I'm so glad that I got off these darn pills. So I'm wondering, with my improved digestion, because I've been taking this supplement here for a little while now, and I'm wondering, maybe I'm better absorbing this supplement, that my androgen levels are increasing, and that's what's, causing some testicle regrowth, which I'll get to in that in just a moment. Or maybe it's the fact that my estrogen levels now are maybe better absorbed and they're increasing a little bit because, it's a much more efficient form of estradiol that I'm taking. Patches versus pills. Pills are the worst you can possibly ever take. Long-term health consequences if you take them. Someone just recommended even like take it for like a year, and then that is it. You don't take it past that point, or else you'll be in for a world of hurt. So, okay, let me actually tell you what happened here, and then I'll tell you exactly the whole thing. So, I've been on the patches for about a little over a month now. At the time that I'm recording this, I don't know when I'll post this, but my sex drive has skyrocketed. Oh my gosh, like it literally went back to a point where I was almost like a male again with the type of sex drive. Now, if you are a male, you know how your sex drive is, and you have normal testosterone levels. If you are a female, you may not necessarily know how the male experience is, or if you're a transgender woman, you know how the male sex drive is. Okay, so it's just insane. Okay, it's like after a few days, you're just constantly, at least for me, constantly thinking about all this sex stuff. Okay, just doing all this stuff. And before, it's like I could only get aroused when I was thinking about. Actually, hang on. TMI alert! If you don't want to hear any more nasty stuff, TMI coming up. Okay. So, before I would only really get aroused when I would imagine myself as a male, and not necessarily a male, but just having a penis, because that's what I knew to be so much better than what I have now after surgery. It's kind of like you don't really have anything that's functional. It hurts, and it's spots that are numb and everything, and all this sort of stuff. Okay, it's just horrible stuff. So the only thing that I really knew that was actually really, really good was the penis, okay? But even then, it's just like you don't like the penis, you don't want the penis, but then you're using it, it's kind of, So, well, it was kind of like back to that, except my mindset was not, I'm a male and I'm thinking myself with like a penis. No, it's like I'm actually a female and having, imagining myself, doing stuff with an actual guy, doing that sort of stuff. It's like, oh, that's really interesting. Okay. But it was like insane, absolutely insane, just kind of what I was thinking of here. And there was one night, and this was actually really, really interesting to me. It was like it just like suddenly started, okay? It just like, I just started to think about all this stuff. I don't know if I even fell asleep, or maybe I was drifting in and out of sleep for like 4 hours straight until like, I laid down like at midnight, and it was till like 4 o'clock in the morning. I was constantly thinking about just sex, just nonstop. And it's just like, I just could not stop. It just, my mind would just not go away from that. I was trying to sleep. My mind would just, it would just had this constant racing, running thoughts, just nonstop. And it's just like, you know, this is getting very annoying. You know, it's like, have I fallen asleep? I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. But it's like my sex drive just like skyrocketed. So, you know, after that amount of time, it's like, okay, let me actually take care of this, okay? You know, let me actually just take care of it. And it was like, that was what was so interesting. So when I actually, you know, start to take care of it and everything, it was like so much more sensitive than it normally is. Like, it's just like I have a lot more sensation. And you know, the whole thing just feels so much more intense, and it's like, that's really interesting, okay? And then here's the part that was really crazy to me. I've never experienced this in my entire life. So when I go to have an orgasm, when it happens, it is like so intense, and it just does not stop. It just keeps going, and I'm just like, after like a few seconds, I'm like freaked out because I've never felt anything like that intense like in that area before, and it's just like I'm freaking out, and I'm just kind of like, I kind of just kind of stop, and I just kind of like stand up and like, okay. You know, it's like, it just scared me, to be completely honest. It just scared me, and I'm just like, what the heck? What the absolute heck is going on? So after a little bit, you know, it's perfectly fine, all good and everything, and it's like, okay. So I don't know, and I feel the interesting thing is, when, you know, a male has a prostate, a female does not have a prostate. The closest equivalent is like the G spot of a woman, but I don't know what that's called exactly, like the term. But I would notice, like, that is where I felt a lot of the pressure build up, like in the prostate, because they don't remove the prostate when you had sex reassignment surgery. You know, that's pretty much still there. Now, your chances of having any sort of issue with the prostate is basically non-existent, because estrogen shrinks it and whatever. But I felt as though whatever, you know, happened, it's like it's becoming like it's like awakening again, okay? It's like reawakening the prostate, because the prostate, you know, okay, you know, TMI for all this. If you've made it this far, then okay, congratulations. But the prostate produces the ejaculation fluid, and you know, the testicles being removed, all this sort of stuff. You really don't. It's a very different type of thing, you know. But it ends up kind of becoming dormant. And usually, if you had sex reassignment surgery, after some time, you know, this is what happened to me, you don't produce any sort of lubrication anymore. So everything is very dry. It is awful. It's just a terrible experience. However, it feels as though the prostate has been reawoken. There's a lot of, you know, fluids, shall we say. And it's just like, okay. So what could be causing that? What could be causing that? I mean, again, it was very uncomfortable. Okay, it just felt very uncomfortable for me, because I had not experienced that, at least not for a very long time, and not that intense and not that long lasting. It just like freaked me out. And even now, it's like I'm just sitting here, and it's just like I'm not aroused or anything, but it's like I can feel the prostate, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if it's gotten a little bigger because of, you know, whatever. It's like reawakened and whatever. I don't know. I don't know if that could be a sign of a more serious problem. I don't know. But I will say this. Okay. What I believe, if you're a transgender person, you know, we have to face the facts. I am and will always be a male. Okay? I cannot become a female. Okay? Now, a lot of people like to live in this delusional state where they truly feel as though they are the opposite sex that they were born as. Now, mind you, you can present as the opposite sex. You can transition, you can wear clothes, you can take hormones and whatever, but it doesn't change the biology of who you are and, those sorts of things. For someone like myself, my body is healthier on androgens than it is on estrogens, okay? Because estrogens are not processed the same way in a male body as they are a female body. So I have, I for a very, very long time now, I've, faced that fact. So because if I look at myself then, okay, I present as a female and I'm taking these female hormones, however, I still need to take some sort of androgen, some sort of male hormone to help that part of, my body, my sexual desires and urges and everything, as well as the just hormones regulate a lot of your body. So you need something for optimal health of the androgens. I'd been taking DHEA for a very long time. That actually did increase my sex drive, but I feel as though those estradiol pills that I was taking was wrecking my digestion so much that over some time, I wasn't able to absorb nutrients from my supplements or my food. And now that I'm stopping it, I feel as though it's much more, I'm absorbing it more. But it's not just that. When you had your testicles removed, I'm like, okay, you have to supplement in some sort of way. Well, what better way than, to actually consume testicles? Okay, testicles. Eating bull testicles. And it's like, oh, I don't know if I could do that, It's like, this is the law of similars, I believe is what it's called. It's like cures like. It's the common practice of homeopathic medicine. It is the common practice of vaccination, where you're, injected with a certain little part of a virus and you're exposed to that, and then your body builds immunity to it, supposedly. But like cures like, essentially, and it's, the laws of similars. Okay, so if I had my testicles removed, then I need a supplement with testicles. So I actually found this amazing supplement. I've been taking it for several months. Very early on when I was taking it, when I was still taking the pills, it did increase my sex drive, very minor. But after I stopped taking the pills, my digestion improved. It really helped. So this is a brand that I've used before. I've used like their fish eggs for the vitamin D. I've used like the beef liver, which I no longer use because I use a few other things. But this is you can see it, the Ancestral Supplements Male Optimization MOFO. Okay, so again, this is for males to take. Now I have to realize that I am technically a male. So me taking this, let me actually tell you what is in this thing. So the main ingredient is grass-fed. This is all grass-fed beef. Okay, so from bovine. Okay, testicle is the primary ingredient. Then you have prostate, heart, liver, and then bone marrow. Let me show you. See, maybe you can see it. Maybe. Kinda. It doesn't want to focus. You know how it is. It doesn't want to focus. Let me zoom in. I don't know why. It just wants to focus on me, even though autofocus. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys, but maybe you can kind of see it. The serving size is 6 capsules. I don't take 6. I take 1. Just 1 a day. And the testicle is 13. It is 1,260 milligrams for 6. And then 300 milligrams for prostate, heart, liver, and bone marrow for 6. So I'm not getting that much, which I don't want that much. I don't want my testosterone to skyrocket. But here's the thing. I've realized I've had my testicles removed. I got a supplement with testicles for optimal health, and I bet you this is the reason. It could be this, it could be the DHA, it could be the type of estrogen, I don't know. A variety of different things that I'm doing here that could be reawakening the prostate, all the sexual urges and desires and everything, because it just went dormant for so long. It's like my body has come back to life. It's just really interesting because we all have natural human desires, okay? It's like, that's just how it is. Now, if you're asexual, so to speak, I think that's kind of a tricky one, because for a while there, I thought that I kind of was, but it was because my body was not correct. You know what I mean? I mean, like this was after surgery. Like this has been over the past several years. It just felt as though my body was just not in a proper hormonal state. But now it feels as though it is much better. So, you know, a lot of the sex drive has come back, but it's like, I think it's just a variety of different things. It's just really interesting to me. It really is. So, you know, and it goes the other way as well. So this brand, they also make a female version of this essentially. So if you've had your ovaries removed, if you've had, you know, that sort of stuff, you know, you can take their female version of this. But I would not recommend a male taking the female version or a female taking the male version. Okay, because it's like you don't have those body parts. A female does not have testicles, a prostate, and whatever. Just like a male does not have ovaries and uterus and whatever. You know, it's just not how it is. So you have to take something that was equivalent to what you've lost. Now, I've not lost the prostate, so that's not much in here, but it's the testicles. It's the testicles that are providing the testosterone. So technically, when I'm saying, when I begin this whole video, I'm saying I regrew my balls. Yes, I regrew the balls by taking the balls, and my sex drive is basically like I have balls again. You know, it's like this crazy sex drive. It's just like insane. But I don't know. That's just really interesting. I just wanted to share this interesting story for you because it is just really interesting. You know, amazing. Switching estrogens, having better digestion, followed by, you know, taking DHEA, and which I don't take every single day, and then the testicles, 1 capsule every single day. That's it. And then, you know, just that little tiny bit. Now, ideally now I need to have lab work done to see where are my estrogen levels, where are my testosterone levels, has my testosterone increased? You know, that would be the interesting thing to see here, to see like where my testosterone is at. Where's my estrogen at? Because testosterone overpowers estrogen. So I can't imagine just 1 capsule is going to be massively increasing my testosterone. You know, I just, maybe if I was taking 6, you know, can't imagine that. That'd be insane. But yeah, it's just interesting. I don't know. So that was all. Let me know what your thoughts are on this interesting topic, and I'll catch you all later. You take care. Bye-bye.